Okay, hey babes, so today's video is all about my hairstylist from hell. And so my school puts on a fashion show at the end of the year by the fashion students. They take a class about it, and they select models who are in the school, and I got selected to be one of the models, and I looked cute as fuck, kind of. And when they do this, they ask you if you want your hair and makeup done. And I said, yeah, I want to be treated like a princess, like skirt. So I said yes. And so the day of the rehearsal, they gave us like pieces of paper that said where to go and what to do. My call time was at like 11 or something. And it said, go with unwashed hair. Now here's my thing. My hair is gross. Like, it's really gross. Like, you guys sometimes can see it in videos. Like, I don't think any of you have commented on it. It's up for a very specific reason in this video right now, in a very nice out of frame sock bun. But like, if I don't wash it for a day, it becomes spaghetti. Like, it's gross, it's nasty, everyone knows this. And they said, it's fine, don't worry, girls have come in with worse, just go. If anything, they'll wash your hair. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So then I go to my appointment the next morning, and the girl who was waiting for me was like, oh, well, your person's doing someone else's hair, so I'll just do yours. Come to this chair. And so I go to the chair, and there's like chairs lining the walls, and then they put a center table out for like craft services. Like, the girls who were in charge of the fashion show bought like breakfast and stuff. And there was a girl braiding at that table, which, you know. So the first girl was horrible hairstylist number one, where she said, okay, well, what are we doing? And I was like, I don't know. Like, they didn't give you my looks. Like, usually they do that. Like, I don't know. Like, not my job. So I showed her pictures of my looks, and she goes, okay, so curls. And I looked around. Everyone was either getting an updo or curls. So I was like, they're lazy. Okay, I understand. It's a real salon, whatever. I digress. So I was like, okay, just so you know, my hair is really bad. And she like starts like looking at it and touching it like this, and she's like, oh my god. And I was like, yeah, it's really gross. And she's like, when was the last time you washed it? Like, she was disgusted when she said that, and I'm like, you shouldn't. First of all, even if I was a paying customer, you should never say that. Like, I wasn't a paying customer because the school was taking care of it, but you should never say that to someone. It is so disrespectful and so rude. And I looked around, I was like, 2 o'clock yesterday, bitch. I didn't say the bitch part, but I really wanted to. But like, that's so rude. So she was like embarrassed after I said that and the way I said it, and she was like, oh, well, okay. And she goes, I'm gonna put you over to my braid specialist, the braid god. And I was like, okay. And she put me at the center table with the girl who was braiding people's hair. So this girl is young. She's like a little cute bouncy thing. She's like, oh my god, hi! So you're doing braids, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, what kind? And I was like, I don't really know. What kind should I get? And she goes, she's Colombian, so this isn't me being offensive to her accent or anything like that. It's just me trying to impersonate it. And she goes, oh my god, I'm gonna give you the Kardashian braids because you kind of look like Khloe Kardashian. Now, Khloe's hot, but like, I'm not really a big fan of being compared like that. Like, you're comparing me to Kardashian. That's rude. That's rude. I was like, okay. And when I told this story for the rest of the night, people were like, oh my god, you look like Khloe Kardashian. Like, it was so fucking annoying. And I was like, alright. And those are the boxer braids, they're called, but the Kardashians wore them. Like, Kylie wore them like twice, so they became the Kardashian braids. And it's like, they're fucking boxer braids. Like, everyone chill. And I do those now. Like, I learned how to do that after this. So first she's like literally skimping at my hair, and I'm like, yeah, she told me it was too bad to curl. Dumb. Even though dirty hair holds curls better. Just saying. And so she's like, okay. And then she starts asking around, and she's like, do we have dry shampoo? Do we have dry shampoo? Do we have dry shampoo? No one answered her. No one said yes or no. Like, they were just like shaking their heads at her. And I'm thinking, like, shouldn't you know where this is? And it's like, she read my mind, because she was like, oh, I'm an apprentice here. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I don't really know how that works. Like, she went to cosmetology school, and then she's doing her apprenticeship, and then she's like, you know, like, she has a license and everything, whatever. So they couldn't find the dry shampoo, and she's like, okay, I'll just work with it. She's like gingerly touching my hair, and then she starts to really get into like brushing it out and everything. And she had like a comb, brush, scissors, this, that, you know, the whole shebang, like spray, ties, bobby pins, next to me. And I wasn't really paying attention. I was like going on my phone, like checking Instagram, checking Snapchat, like being being goals. I'm kidding. And so she starts to like make my hair all center and down the middle, and she goes, okay, I'm just gonna now divide it with the little stick thingy. And it took like a couple of minutes for her to actually get the stick thingy, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But it actually took her a while to finally get the stick thing and like spread my hair, and I didn't really notice. I didn't really care. And then she starts doing it. She pulled my head so tightly, like hurt my head so bad. I got a migraine. And like, I think I've talked about this before. I get really bad like migraines where I have to go and get hospitalized. Yes, I've talked about this before. I talked about it last summer. She gave me one of those migraines. Like, what? I'm like freaking out, and I'm like pissed off because like this is not cute. Like, this isn't gonna go. It only went with one of my looks. It could have went with two, but it was like a really cute baby doll dress, which is on my Instagram, and like it could have went with that, but it would make me look harder than the outfit was. Like, the outfit was cute and light and fluffy, and it was so frustrating. I was so annoyed. Whatever. I get my makeup done. That day was just really stressful, and I take my braids out after my first look. Like, had to really like rip them out of my head, change super quick, and oh my god, it was chaos backstage. It was like I was in the first scene, third scene, and fifth scene, so they're all like one in between. And so I just take out my hair really quick, shake it out real quick, go on stage, and then I go and change, and I hated that outfit so much. It was so gross, but whatever, not the point. And I shake out my hair, go back out, and change into the outfit that I'm gonna walk in around at the end when everyone walks out. And so I'm just like there chilling a little, brushing out my hair, trying to make it just like maybe wavy, and one of my friends is like, your hair looks different. And I'm like, yeah, well, she ruined my hair. And I was like, she like hurt my head so bad, like my hair looks really crappy. And she's like, no, it looks different. And I was like, well, what do you mean? She was like, did you cut your hair? You know where I'm going. And I was like, no. And she's like, oh, well, like the ends look different because like I have like a V in the back of my head and it looks more straight, she was saying. And so I was like, So that night, fashion show was amazing. I looked dope. I was so excited, whatever. I go home and I look in the mirror and I'm like, well, and like my hair is down behind my back and I'm like, I don't really, like, what? Like, I don't see anything. And so I was like, oh, whatever. So I part my hair down the center and I bring them to the front. This side was shorter than this side. While she was like brushing my hair out and about to part it, she cut my hair. She cut my hair. This was not a cut thing. You weren't cutting your hair for this thing. It was literally, it's not like New York Fashion Week. It's a fashion show provided by the school. No hair cutting, just lots of curls, lots of updos, and lots of braids. And this bitch took it upon herself to cut my hair. I get it. My hair is not that great. I don't, cut it regularly, which I should. It has a lot of split ends because I don't like keep up with cutting it all the time. Like, that shit's expensive because I go to some nice ass bougie ass places because like my hair, we talked about it, my hair doesn't like me. I don't like my hair sometimes. Like, it decides, it has a life of its own. It's fine. But literally, she cut my hair, and she cut my hair after dividing. So she started to divide, I could feel that, and then she stopped and she cut one side after pulling this one out a little. And then she cut the other side. This girl was an actual moron, and I was so beyond pissed. Like, you cut my hair, and it would have been fine if it looked, the same, or you told me you were doing it, but you didn't tell me, and it's crooked. So I texted one of my friends who was in the show, and I was like, you won't believe this. This hairdresser, like this hairstylist from hell, yeah, she fucking cut my hair. And she's like, oh my god, I can't believe that. Do you know that she was in high school? High school. This bitch was not even certified. She was in high school, which people have done during high school. They've like done it. Like, they've gotten cosmetology license during high school, but she wasn't licensed yet. She was a junior in high school, and they gave her that apprenticeship as like, clean up, shop girl, take appointments, do braids. So she had actually no right to cut my hair, and she didn't know what she was fucking doing, and she was in high school. It's really embarrassing too, because I once had my hair all cute and I was hanging out with a boy. He was super hot, and he was like, "Did you braid your hair sideways?" And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, one end is longer than the other." Kid I babysit for noticed it. It's really noticeable, and now that my hair is growing, it's even more noticeable. So I just kind of like started to like cut it a little, and it cut it cut a lot of hair, like this much to make it even, and it's still kind of not even, which is really fucking annoying. So I am gonna have to, you know, take a trip to the hairstylist, but she really fucked my hair up, because now one side is all gross and split-ended and the other side is perfectly cut because I tried matching them up. If I had more subscribers, I'd be like, hey, go tweet Bella Me to see if they'll hook a girl up, but like, I don't. Hey, Style Hall, text Bella Me, see what's good, see if we can get me some even ass hair extensions. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I enjoyed telling it, even though it was really annoying and really upsetting, and I cried at the time, but now I can look back and laugh after 2.5 months. Whatever, shit happens. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Leave in the comments down below your hairdresser horror stories and other videos you want to see. And until my next video, keep it cuckoo, babes. Okay, Illy, merp.